days after Hell in a Cell. If you saw Raw, you know the damn thing was garbage. And I'm not even going to talk about it. But I am going to talk about Smackdown Live. And what did we get here? Unfortunately, we got a lot of repetitive stuff. And it didn't make me happy. And then we got a couple of things that were good. And then we got the most stupidest thing you could have done. This is what we got in this Smackdown Live. So let's open with Miz and Maurice on Miz TV. It wasn't a bad segment. And understanding that now Maurice is no longer wrestling again. She is now going back to be mom. I'm semi-alright with that. Because to be honest, Maurice did add something to The Miz when he was wrestling. But if Brie Bella is going to be involved in that, I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm sorry. If they're Brie Bella fans, I'm fine. I understand you. More power to you. But honesty is honesty. Brie just does not look good acting like a husband by herself. And what do I mean? When she starts imitating her husband, more than just working with him, like when she was doing the kicks with him, that was fine. But when she starts trying to do stupid suicide dives and she can't handle it, that is when I draw the line. When she tries to do the yes lock instead of the moves that she normally does for herself, that's when I draw the line. If she's copying her husband so much where wherever Brimo used to be is gone, why do I care? I'm not even saying she's that great of a wrestler either. I'm just saying if she's copying her husband, at least do it properly. If you can't, don't do it. So when this situation with The Miz and Maurice happened, Maurice pretty much said, I'm leaving the ring, I'm done, I'm going to be mommy, basically. The Miz puts her over, pretty much saying you're the mother of the century, you're doing better than Brie, who just basically became famous because of her husband. Which, to be honest, let's be honest here, it is kind of true. She was popular because she was with her sister Nikki. Now that she's not working with Nikki, she's now semi-popular because of her husband. That's the only way she's been able to get over, period. So once Daniel Bryan came out and started hitting at The Miz, and The Miz hit him back, you eventually have the incident of Maurice supposedly getting headbutted in the stomach and faking being injured. And Daniel Bryan fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. At least until The Miz attacked him. Or better yet, at least until Maurice started giggling. Why? Why couldn't she wait it after he had been attacked? Yes, it's predictable. It's telegraphed. But it would make more better sense than her laughing at him in his face and then The Miz attacking. I just didn't think that was good. That sucked. So now we're going into the Super Show in Australia, and they're going to have this situation where if The Miz wins or Daniel Bryan wins, they're going to go after the #1 contendership. Excuse me. To be honest, if this is leading at a match at Survivor Series, I'm cool with that. But then hearing how they're going to be doing Saudi Arabia again, the Crown Jewel, I believe they're going to call this pay-per-view, I just don't see anything good for the Bryan and Miz feud. If anyone thinks it's still great, it's not. I said this earlier, months ago. The build for Daniel Bryan's not good. And then with this situation between him and Miz, I don't believe it's going to be booked properly. And now that we have the Super Show, Evolution, then Survivor Series, the Super Show, Evolution, and if I'm correct, the Crown Jewel. Is it a Crown Jewel? I believe it's a Crown Jewel then. And then Survivor Series after that. That's 4 freaking pay-per-views before the end of December. And I don't see it being good for their feud. I think their feud is screwed up. Period. Now here's a match that angers me so bad. Andrade Cien Almos. You see how angry I am? I actually got his name right. Versus AJ Styles again. Andrade is basically a jobber. People said he's going to set the WWE on fire, and he's nothing but a freaking joke. I said it when he went onto the roster, and I meant it. he's a joke. He's never going to get anywhere. When he went up against AJ Styles that first time, I knew that was it. He screwed up. He's not going to get anywhere. And look what happened. He's doing nothing. Mind you, once it comes to Zelina Vega, she is an absolutely gorgeous woman that's doing her job. She's trying to get him over. She's doing what she can to make him relevant. And the WWE is doing nothing with him. He should be going after the US title. Hell, have almost go up against Shinsuke Nakamura. That would make more better sense than what we got. And I will explain that later. But in the end, this is what we get. We get AJ. Well, okay, I'm not going to crap on it completely. It was a good match. It was a good match. But at the end, AJ wins. Andrade rolls out of the ring. Joe beats the crap out of him and gets stalemated. And then he has to run. Joe should have won. Joe should not have to be doing the Super Show as a contender again when he should be champ. If you want to make it interesting, let Joe be champ. And then go into the Super Show as champ. Because then this will give AJ some more incentive to want to break his freaking neck. But that's just me. You have... I want to get this done. Billie Kay versus Asuka. I'm happy to see Naomi doing something. Instead of being in the back doing absolutely nothing, unless she was doing a movie or if she was sick, if she's just been sitting in the back because they have nothing for her to do, I'm glad she's getting on TV and they're going to pay her more for being on TV. But working like this with Asuka, instead of having a feud with Asuka, hurts me personally. I want to see the hip attack go against the rear view. I want to see Asuka have a feud with Naomi and let her learn something. Yes, she can learn something working with Asuka in real life. If they team up as a tag team and the tag team for women division in the next year and they are actual tag team, they're together, she'll learn something. But I really believe she'll be able to perfect herself if she goes up against a real credible veteran in an Asuka. For a little bit of high flying with a little bit of strong style and a Naomi Knight who's built like a brick chicken house and as sweet can be, you'll have something interesting. And if she's ever got to leave the WWE, she'll have some new skills other than what she's been able to develop in NXT. Now, the match itself. Quick and very, very, very nasty. Billie Kay is so bad. Look, I think she's a gorgeous woman. I think she talks very well. I think that she can wrestle once in a while. Once in a while, I repeat that again to all my subscribers. Billie Kay can wrestle once in a while, be a manager 90% of the time, and a wrestler 10% of the time to change it up. What she did to Asuka, grabbing her, if I have the image, I'll show it. If not, I'm going to have to search for it before I do this and do my editing. Where she grabbed her and tried to throw into the rope, and Asuka missed the middle rope. And she was dangling on the bottom turn rope. It was bad. That just looks so bad. And it's not Asuka's fault. In the end, Asuka got her to tap out, but it really didn't mean anything. Particularly that they're going to be doing this in Australia, all four of them. Now, no, not yet. The New Day of Kofi Kingston goes up against Cesaro, the most underutilized wrestler that has been on the roster in years. Now, yes, he's got success with Sheamus in a tag team. The guy should have gotten either the IC title, the world title. If they weren't going to give him the WWE Universal title, at least he could have gotten the world title or the IC title because he's had the US title. Give him something different, please. You see how great of a wrestler he is next to a Kofi Kingston, who's also a great wrestler. Both of them are great wrestlers. And the problem I see is this. Sheamus has had his day at the top. It is time for Cesaro to be at the top. And they're not going to put him there. I don't know what it is. Was it because he knocked his teeth out of his head, almost? I know what it's like having messed up teeth. I'm supposed to be going to the dentist to get my teeth straightened out because I got bad molars that are basically shoving everything out of position. If I wasn't so freaking afraid the 90% of the time, it's part of my depression and anxiety. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, to be bringing this up. But because of my anxiety and depression, these teeth should have been straightened out. And I know I'm going to get them done, but it's just hard to get past the fear. Anyway, what is the problem with Cesaro? He won the match, but what does this actually mean for him? I know this is going into the Super Showdown, where they're going to have their chance going up against New Day. But honestly, I just don't see New Day winning. No, not winning. I don't see them losing here. When they go to the Super Showdown, I don't see them jobbing. So this is really just a waste for Cesaro. That's just how I feel. And I don't hate Sheamus, but I'm just seeing it for what it is. It's his time. He's in his prime. Do something with him, for goodness sake. Next, let's see here. Not much was on this show. 2 more things left. Becky, Charlotte, and Paige. I could leave this for the last, but I'm going to do this now because you already know what I'm going to be talking about. I don't know the title of it, but you know what it is. But when Becky came out with the title presented to her by, how can I say this? It wasn't a bad segment. But the thing is, I would have liked to see Paige do more better interaction, saying, look at this, an Irish and a Brit are standing in this ring, and we ruled this house. I am so glad to see an Irish woman here with me. I think that would have given more dynamics. I know she's not supposed to be, she's supposed to be partial, but we're talking about 2 people from the United Kingdom. This is a special event. One of them years ago became a women's champion. And now she, her friend, and a Becky Lynch has now become a women's champion after 2 years, and they're both in the ring together. I would have liked to see something about camaraderie. Solidarity. There you go. That's better than saying I can't pronounce the damn thing. I just wanted something more. Particularly when Charlotte came out. And I'm not saying she did a bad job. She pretty much said, congrats, but I'm going to get that title back. And Becky made it so much better when she pretty much said, you finished? I really didn't pay attention until you said, I'm better than you. I'm the champ. But the thing that got me was 3 things. One, she said, because of last time, because of the ring, because of Hell in a Cell, I wasn't going to let you have my spotlight. But I'll let you raise my hand. Charlotte said no. She said, okay, you know what? You don't have to do that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I want you to put the belt around my waist. Now, I did enjoy that. But of course, Charlotte wasn't going to say no. So she said, you know what? I don't want you to do either one. I just want you to call me Queen. That I did enjoy. Rubbing it into Charlotte, thinking she's the best when she's not. And Charlotte turns around and is about to walk away until Becky says, bitch. And then Charlotte proceeds to turn around and attack her. And then here's something that's interesting for people if they didn't notice. Because I noticed this. Now Charlotte, for what I understand, has gotten breast repair because one of her breasts began to get leaky. And I have this strange feeling that while she was getting either her left or right breast repaired, she asked for her breasts to be enlarged slightly. Because I don't think they're the same size anymore. I believe they're larger. Now, when you saw this segment, and she got her butt kicked and then get thrown over the announce table. Well, no. When she got thrown into the steps and then thrown into the announce table, she started grabbing at her breast. Now, it could be because of her top. She was worried that her top was loose. But then I looked and it wasn't that. Maybe it was her bra. Maybe she was worried that her breasts were about to pop out of her bra. That could be the possibility because when it was all said and done, before this armor was put on her arm, she was going like this, holding her side. Now, I'm not saying her breasts started leaking again, but damn it, man. Charlotte Flair. Why, oh why, did you continue to wear the same bra size if you didn't damage your breasts again facing Becky just now? If your breasts are bigger than the bra you originally used, why don't you get some custom bras made specifically for your increased size, even if it's less than an inch? Why not get proper bras to do the job? Why not get a proper ring top? When you're wrestling someone, I'm sorry to talk like this, ladies and gentlemen, that your titties look like they're about to pop out of your freaking top. Why? You look awkward in the ring when you act that defensive over your breast. I don't see any other woman do that. Look, you don't see Dana Brooke, whose titties are bigger than hers, who I like Dana Brooks. I know she's not a great wrestler, but she can be a character. And on top of that, she's a gorgeous woman with a great set of boobs. But you do not see her grabbing at her titties every couple of minutes, worried that something's about to pop out of their top. So do something about it. Come on. Now, let's move on to the end. For me, I know other people are going to talk about Becky and what happened, but I got to say this. It is the end of Rusev Day. And I know a lot of people say, no, it's not. Rusev's fine. No. It has finally happened. They have turned Aiden English heel. I knew this was going to happen. I even think I said on my Hell in a Cell that they're going to probably break them up this coming week. Some type of problem. And look what happened. Before the match with Shinsuke Nakamura, who is now still an afterthought. An afterthought. He pretty much was with Lana and I'm talking about Rusev, with Lana and Aiden English. And Aiden said, I'm sorry. I apologize. I did my best. And Rusev said, if that was your best, it's not good enough for me anymore. And then once they walked away, Aiden turns and he's legitimately frustrated. He has the right to be frustrated. He has been putting both Lana and Rusev over for more than almost a year and a half. Trying to get them over. Protecting them every single time, as storyline has been. You don't have to like Aiden English. They have booked him to protect Lana and Rusev, at least until they show him messing up. And he legitimately gets angry. And then, guess what? Lana's behind him. She hears it. She says she's going to tell Rusev. And at that moment, unfortunately, the stream crashed on me. So I don't know what happened. But, from what I understand, she didn't tell Rusev. He went to the ring, he started wrestling, and Aiden English came out, announced him, and was still in his corner. He was still in his corner, rooting for him. The crowd, and if anyone says that Aiden English doesn't matter, how come the crowd started cheering with him when Aiden English started cheering Rusev Day? Rusev Day. And I know you're going to say, oh, because it's Rusev Day. No! Lana couldn't get a big reaction out of that. It was Aiden. I'm not taking anything away from Lana. I'm not taking anything away from Rusev. But Aiden makes it work with them. He is their mouthpiece. Just like when Animal and Hawk and Paul Ellery with the Road Warriors, you need a good mouthpiece. And he's a good mouthpiece for them. And now, once Aiden, which has been booked for him to get onto the ring and say, Rusev, crush. Rusev, as an idiot, a face idiot, says, what are you doing? If he was still a heel, Rusev, he would have responded to him, gone behind Shinsuke Nakamura, kicked him in the back, and put the freaking accolade on, no questions asked, nothing. But he acts like a stupid face that is shocked that he got onto the ring skirt. Then when he told him to get off, you got Nakamura winning. He rolls out of the ring. Rusev is upset. Lana's upset. And then Aiden goes into the ring with a mic, whacking him on the head. I think I got that shot. And that is, well, almost the end. He says, today is no longer Rusev Day. I think that's what he said. I can't remember. What a waste. They could have done something special with them at WrestleMania. No. For months, they've been teasing them to break up. You think this Hell in a Cell, they finally were going to say, okay, let's do something while they're still lukewarm. Because Rusev Day declined sharply from April until now. It isn't dead, but the crowd is not as hot as they were. And instead of taking advantage of it, no. The WWE and the writing team decided to just break their asses up and destroy Rusev Day. And I'm sure people want to say Rusev Day is not gone. You still got Lana. You still got Rusev. Yeah, really. You actually think it's going to be something special? Particularly, let's say Rusev goes back after Shinsuke Nakamura and then he goes after that title. Rusev's a 2-time U.S. title holder. What does he actually gain going after the title? He needs the world title. He needs the tag title. He doesn't need the U.S. title where he's been since he came into the WWE. From NXT. The guy is an NXT holdover. What, you know what I mean? He's from NXT. And what have they done with him? Nothing. He has been in the same stupid spot for over 4 years. What a freaking waste. This was a freaking waste. I am really pissed off about this. Anyone else has any type of idea why you think they did this? Or are you happy that it happened? Are you sad that it happened? Or you don't care? Tell me below. I'd like to hear how you feel about it. Because as far as I'm concerned, Rusev Day's dead. By breaking them up like this without aid in English, it won't work. It's done. And it's such a stupid thing. Rusev's going to go from here to here to here. And now he's going to be fucking jobbing. It will happen. Watch. Like Cien Almas, he'll job. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.